part of our chapter Interdependence of Living Beings, Plants and Animals. So, in our previous class we talked about balance in nature and some of the natural factors that cause imbalance in nature. As we know that it is very important to maintain a balance in nature. Balance is necessary for all or for well-being and survival of all living things. Otherwise, it will affect everybody. So, in today's class, we will discuss about man-made causes and some ways of protecting balance of nature. As we know that for our selfish purpose or for our daily needs, we human beings do many activities which cause imbalance in nature. Now, let's discuss some of them. So, first we have cutting of trees. Trees are cut down on a large scale for many products to be made out of wood. For example, sandalwood trees are cut down in mass scale in the forests of South India. Thick wood are much in demand for furnitures. So, we cut down trees for many purposes. So, many forests have been cleared for agriculture and building houses and factories. So, big forests have been cleared to grow agriculture and to build buildings, industries. So, human beings also cause forest fires to clear land for their use. So, these are our different activities. So, many types of trees get wiped out by forest fire and cutting of trees. So, by doing these, animals lose their habitat and cannot survive. They also get killed by forest fire. So, by doing all these things, we are creating imbalance in nature. So, this loss of trees also lead to increase the amount of carbon dioxide in the air. So, and once the level of carbon dioxide increases, it leads to a phenomenon called as global warming. And that leads to a climatic change. I'm sure you must have heard about this word global warming because it is a big concern that is coming up these days. So, there is decrease in rainfall if you cut forest, if you clear the forest, if you cut trees, there is decrease in rainfall and increase in temperature, and this leads to a global warming. So, disturbing the producer disturbs the independence and balance of nature. So, all these activities will create imbalance in nature. It will disturb the balance in nature. Then next we have increasing number of industries and vehicles. So forests are cleared to build industries, as I already told you. Harmful gases released from the industries pollute air. In the absence of trees, air doesn't get purified. Industries release harmful chemicals and waste in water bodies. These pollute water, kill marine animals, and also harms human health. So you can see in this picture right here, you can see in this picture right here how all the dirty things of our household and all the harmful chemicals are all just randomly thrown into the water. So these will pollute our water bodies, and such polluted water can cause serious diseases. They also kill marine animals and also harm human health. We can control water pollution by treating sewage and waste from factories before depositing them in water bodies. So you can see some more pictures here. Growing industries, factories. It will also pollute our air. So next we have hunting. Human activity we have. This is another human activity, that is hunting. Hunting, human beings have been capturing and killing animals for food, sports, and greed for money. Many animals are hunted in large scales for their body parts. For example, rhinoceros are killed for their horns, elephants are killed for their tusks, tiger and many other animals for their skin, paws and other body parts. Because of hunting, number of these animals have decreased drastically. So, wiping out of any type of animal disturb the food chain and causes imbalance in nature. Because of hunting, many animals have decreased drastically, which disturb the food chains and causes imbalance in nature. As we know, we all the organisms depend on each other for food. So if you kill or if you hunt animals, if you kill many animals, then there will be disturbance in food chains. As we have already studied in our previous class that what is food chains? Food chains is a series which we and human beings and other organisms, we depend on each other for our survival or for our food. So if you do all these activities, what will happen? There will be an imbalance in nature and everything will be disturbed. So last, we have use of plastics. Use of plastics have become very common these days. So this has become very common nowadays. Plastic do not decompose easily, as you know that when you throw plastic, it do not decompose easily and can last long in the soil. So since they cannot decompose easily, soil becomes infertile because of lack of nutrients. Plants cannot grow in the absence of nutrients. This means lack of food for animals. If plants cannot grow, there won't be any food for animals. Thus, it disturbs the entire food chains and balance of nature. So, these human activities are creating adverse impact on the balance of nature. They are affecting producers, that is plants, consumers, that is animals, as well as decomposers by their activity. So all these human activities, they are affecting everybody, like producers, plants, animals and decomposers. Then what will happen? It will create imbalance, or it will disturb food chains and balancing nature. So, this, do you know this use of plastic? 90% of plastic cause climate change. So, using of this plastic, what will happen? Marine animals are under threat because of this plastic. Use of plastic, marine animals are under threat. Then 1 million seabirds die every year. Then plastic use as much fossil fuel as airlines. So ultimately it will affecting us, affecting our environment, affecting we human beings. So we must come together for solution. So we get all things that we need from our environment. Let's take we humans, for example, we have found many different ways making our life comfortable. We have created our good houses, gadgets to make our work easy and so many things. One thing is that by doing it so, we have also damaged the environment. So, how can we prevent and protect our nature? Now, let's see protecting the balance of nature. So, protecting the balance of nature in order to ensure survival of all living beings, balance of nature has to be maintained. Many steps can be taken to minimize the negative impact of human activities. So what are the human activities? We already talked about it. All this cutting down of trees, that is deforestation, growing industries, hunting, all these are human activities which cause imbalance in nature. So to protect the balance of nature, we can take these few steps. So let's see how can we prevent and protect our nature. So first we have plant more trees, that is afforestation, because trees are our friends. They take in carbon dioxide and they give out oxygen, and which is very important for us. So by afforestation, we can make sure that air pollution is controlled. So we need to plant more trees, at least plant 3 trees in place of 1 tree cut. So we need to plant more trees to control our nature. Then to control the pollution in our nature. Then we have recycle and reuse materials like newspapers, plastic bottles and aluminum cans. Recycle things that cannot be reused at all can be made into new things. So recycle is that things that cannot be reused at all can be made into new things. Instead of throwing away things, they can be reused. For example, you have old newspaper which can be made into paper bags. We have a plastic, metal and glass which is generally melted in the factories to make new things, new goods. So by doing this, we are actually recycling whatever materials there. So we are not creating a waste. We are not wasting. So by recycle and reuse material, reusing the materials like newspaper, plastic, bottles and aluminum cans, we can make new things. So next we have save water and electricity. As we know that water is the most essential component of life. Now we are facing, these days we are facing water scarcity. It is mainly due to urbanization and climate change. Now let's see some important ways to save water, simple ways to save water. So what we can do not keep the tap open while brushing your teeth and bathing. So we can also use wastewater of a kitchen in plants. We can collect rainwater and use it for many things. These are the small ways which we can do at home only to save water. Some ways electricity is also important for us and we need to save electricity. If you see many unnecessary lights in your house, turn off immediately. This way we can save the energy. We can reduce use of appliances like rice cooker, boiler, then induction, etc. Turn off lights and electronics when you aren't using them. So these are the simple ways how to save electricity. So planting more trees, then cutting, recycling and reusing materials and saving water and electricity are some ways to maintain the balance of nature. So I hope you have understood how to save our environment from pollution. Now let us all strive to become better green citizens and better green soldiers. So with this, we have completed the chapter Interdependence